Alright, we're on. How's it going, everyone? Chase the Steak Boy here, and welcome back to another video. And for today, I decided to look at a wiki related to one of my favorite wikis, the Pure Evil Wiki. Now, I really love the Villains Wiki, and I do consider the Villains Wiki to be one of my favorite wikis of all time. But this is a bit of a different wiki. I mean, it is the same since it has villain content, but this wiki has villains that are not only the worst of the worst, which they are villains that did really bad stuff, and they did commit some unforgivable crimes and felonies, and they don't have any redeeming qualities. But, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be looking at a Pure Evil Wiki with some of the worst villains in a good way. What I'm saying by that is that, while they did do some really horrible crimes and are the worst of the story, there are some villains in this wiki that I really do like. Again, you're going to see who they are in a minute. But not only am I going to look at my favorite Pure Evil villains on this wiki, but I'm also going to look at some other pages as well. So you're definitely gonna have to stay on your seat with that one. So without further ado, let's go see some villains on the Pure Evil Villains wiki and see what we can get out of this. So I'm gonna go to search. We're gonna start with the Ink Demon from Bending the Ink Machine. I really do like Bending the Ink Machine. It is one of my favorite horror games of all time. Even though I do like it, I'm gonna be real with you for a moment. I never actually played the game yet. Yes, it's crazy. I know I'm not a true fan if I never played the game, but that might change soon as I may play the game. But it's just characters in this game, like Bendy and a few others that I really do like, that made me like the game, and especially this villain right here. But yeah, I do like Bendy, and this guy, the Ink Demon, which is the demon record of Bendy, is on this wiki, which is interesting. So I'm gonna read his quote. I know there is an audio file, but I'm gonna read it in the voice anyway, because why not? I'm gonna probably do it with everyone here. My ink swells and boils. It consumes. I am the Ink Demon. This realm is mine. You were born from it. You belong to it. The Ink Demon introducing himself. Sounds pretty good. I have a drink with me here just so I don't have trouble with my speech and to keep my mouth fresh. But now let's read this one. It's time, Audrey. Your road is broken. Join the dark puddles and give it in your suffering. You have nothing. You are nothing without purpose. Your very existence was a terrible lie. You're a mistake, a monster like me. But I will make you strong. I'll make you meaningful. It's time. So, yeah. The Ink Demon speaking to Audrey before absorbing her body into becoming the Beast Bendy. Yep, that's me reading the Ink Demon's line. That's her. Not her. His previous design, and this is the Beast. Oh, that looks terrifying. Ugh, that's terrifying. I'm not gonna read what makes them pure evil, but I will look. I'll just look at the quotes and also the info boxes as well. This is what he also goes by. Allies, his followers, including Sammy Lawrence. He has a lot of powers and skills. Moral Event Horizon. Manipulating dozens of ink creatures, including Sammy Lawrence, with false promises of freeing them so they worship him. Killing Sammy Lawrence even though he was his greatest worshipper. Trying to make Ink Cycle go on forever out of sadism and egotism. And killing Ink Joey out of spite. Ooh, that sounds terrible. Kill count, dozens to hundreds, heavily implied, 3 revived. Alright. Worst crimes, mass murder, torture, mutilation, terrorism, and psychological abuse. Type of villain, demonic tyrant. Yeah, I like the Ink Demon. He's a good villain. And So, what are we gonna look at next? I'm gonna go to cartoons. Okay, this villain has recently went down this wiki. Let me try to look for it. It's this one, the Absolute Solver from Murder Drones. So 3 weeks ago, I did see the finale of Murder Drones, and it was a pretty good finale for Murder Drones. Now I'm a true fan of Murder Drones, if you know me, I consider Murder Drones to be one of my favorite cartoons of all time, and one of my favorite web series of all time, if that's where I prefer it. Alright. Now, I can't really do female voices, as in I can only make them high pitch, and I don't really want to do the robotic voice of this character because it's kind of too embarrassing. I'll just read it with my own voice. You didn't have to see this. The Absolute Solver before killing Tessa and to use her body as a skin suit. Ugh, I do remember that. I missed you, N. You know, you're one of the main reasons why I wanted your team to retain your personalities. You always surprise me. Love doing anything. The Absolute Solver speaking within. It's been fun, and also that sarcasm. Honestly, I'm starving. The Absolute Solver after defeating N and Uzi. Now, as I said before, I will read the villain's quotes. I won't do the impression of all of them, though. There are some I won't really do, but I will read. I only do impressions of the ones that I do feel like I'm doing impressions of, but okay. Name Absolute Solver. This is her in her synth form. Her in her Tessa form, and the cameras about her Uzi's tail and black hole. Oh yeah, she did become a black hole. That is pretty terrifying. She is powerful for doing that. Now, she isn't one of my favorite villains ever, but I do agree that she is definitely indestructibly evil and did do a lot of messed up stuff. Powers and skills, including with her AI technology. Her goals. The moral event horizon is destroying Earth, because, well, all humans get killed by Earth and the murder drones. Transforming many worker drones into disassembly drones. Killing Tessa and using her skin as a disguise. Possessing Uzi and causing the death of several worker drone students. Nearly tearing N to shreds and trying to consume him and attempting to destroy the universe. Kill count, billions or trillions. Ooh, that's a really long one. That's a ridiculous kill count. Oh my god. Incalculable. I don't know how to pronounce it, but incalculable. Yeah, that's how it's pronounced. Incalculable. That's when they kill some number that's so high that it's really hard to count how many there were. But it's attempted, though. Worst crimes, mass murder, genocide, mutilation, corpse description. I don't know how to pronounce that. Municide, enforced cannibalism, possession, torture, terrorism, mass brainwashing, attempted homicide. Type of villain, satanic organism. Organism, whatever, how do you pronounce that? But yeah, that's the Absolute Solver, so what should we look at next? What villains should we look at next on the Pure Evil Wiki? Let me think for a second. There's a lot of villains on this villains wiki that I really do like, that I would look at. Oh yeah, let's look at my favorite villains from my favorite movie franchise. Professor Z from Cars 2. I really do like Professor Z. He's a great villain. And he is my favorite villain of the Cars franchise, and it does make sense why they put him here, because he did kill a couple of cars on screen, and did do a lot of messed up stuff, and that actually did make me worried for McQueen and Maynard in this movie because of him doing all the destruction. And funny thing is, I always viewed him as the main antagonist of Cars 2, even though Miles Axelrod was the main villain. Funny thing is, even when I first watched Cars 2, even after I reviewed Axelrod as a villain, I did not really believe that, and I still saw Professor Z as the main villain. And honestly, I do see Professor Z as being more evil than Axelrod because of how sadistic he is. I mean, although, don't get me wrong though, the funny thing is, Axelrod is on this wiki as well. Like, if you go to this page, he is here, so that is a plus. But we're gonna look at Sundap because not only do I like him more, but yeah. Full name Otto Wolfgang Sundap. I didn't know he had a full name like that. That's pretty weird. Allies: Professor Sundap, Dr. Sundap, Professor Z, Sundap, and the Professor. Origin: Cars 2. One of my favorite sequels of all time. It does unfortunately get so much hate, but I do respect people's opinions on it. Because yeah. Allies: Miles Axelrod, Graham and Acer, Lemons, and Tony Trihel. Excuse me. Power skills, especially since he's a car. Very high speed, genius level intelligence, manipulation, intimidation, actions, weaponries, and charisma. More of an Horizon. Crushing Leon Torgo to death with a cube, yeah. Torturing Rod Torko redline to death by filling him with Alanon before hitting him with a camera ray. I actually do remember that scene where he did that, and that scene was terrifying, yeah. Attempting to detonate the bomb on Mater in order to kill him, Money McQueen and his friends. Yeah, I was spooked by that as well because of this guy. Kill count 2 confirmed, which was even Turbo and Rod Redline. Dozens to hundreds attempted. Worst crimes: murder, attempted mass murder, attempted bombing, mass torture, corruption, conspiracy, arson, terrorism, because he's a terrorist, obviously. Type of villain: power-hungry scientist. Yeah, that does seem like a good way to describe Professor Z. But yeah, he's a great villain. And Cars 2, I still do really love that movie, and it's one of my favorite sequels of all time. I mean, I do understand why maybe people don't really like it, but I do think it's a great movie, and I do think it's underrated. But moving on, they actually do have navigation bars where you can look at other villains from the companies or franchises they're set in. And okay, this isn't actually the real Rada news. It's a different one from a fan page that someone made. But speaking of Pixar villains, we're gonna look at another one of my favorite villains of all time, and that is Lotso Huggin Bear. Oh wait, I didn't even pre-process these quotes yet. I almost didn't read-process those quotes yet. I'll have to do that real quick before I get into Lotso. It's Finn McMissile! He's seen the camera kill him! And all in all, must be finished for good. McQueen cannot win the last race. Lightning McQueen must be killed. Yeah, I just had to read this real quick. Now we can get to Lotso. Yeah. Now, Lotso, he's a great villain, that is for sure, but if you know me, you know that I would think that, yeah, if you know me, in my opinion, Toy Story 3, which is where Lotso's from, I think that movie is overrated. Like, I like Cars 2, what I think is underrated. Toy Story 3, I think that movie is overrated. Like, I don't really get all the praise that movie gets, and I do think I don't really understand it that much. But, however, Lotso, I do agree with the critics and everyone else that he is a great villain. Like, he is a great villain, alright. Like, even if I think Toy Story 3 is overrated and I don't really get the praise it gets, I do understand really well that Lotso is definitely a great villain. He definitely is. Let's read this quote real quick. I didn't throw you away. Your kid did. Ain't one kid ever loved a toy, really. Chew on that when you're at the dump. Lots of to these toys. And his most infamous quote, "Where's your kid now, Sheriff? Ah, yes, that really infamous line where he leaves Woody and his friends to die, and that incinerator scene, and that scene was also terrifying as well. Lotso Huggin Bear, of course. Lotso coming to Lotso by Buzz when he's on demo mode. Okay, allies, Daisy, former owner, Ken, Big Baby, Stretch, Chunk, and all of those stuff. Power skills, high intelligence, leadership, intimidation, cunning, psychological manipulation, charisma, ability to use his King, a one mount as a weapon. Goals, yeah. His moral horizon, as we all know, leaving Annie's toy to die in an incinerator at the dump despite Woody and Buzz endangering themselves to save him moments earlier. Yep, again, that was a really infamous scene where Lotso leaves them to die in the incinerator despite them saving his life. Alright. Kill count, 9, and directly attempted. His worst crimes are attempted mass murder, enslavement, corruption, sabotage, mutiny, abuse of power, psychological abuse, assault and battery, endangerment, child abuse, organized crime, death threats, torture, brainwashing, and unlawful imprisonment. Type of villain, charismatic tyrant. That does describe Lotso right there. Yeah. Alright, moving on. Oh yeah, Randall Boggs. Let's look at him next. He's another great villain that I really did enjoy. At least as of now, like, when I was young, I really did not like this guy along with a few others because of how much of an asshole he was, especially to Mike and Sully. But nowadays, I think he's a good villain, yeah. Fun fact, Sam the Legendary and I actually did recently do a fan dub with me as Mike and him as Randall, but I'll do the impression of his quote with my voice. I'm about to revolutionize the scanning industry, and when I do, even the great James P. Sullivan is going to be working for me. And in this one, look at everybody's favorite scare now, you stupid, pathetic waste. You've been #1 for too long, Sullivan. Now your time is up. And don't worry, I'll take good care of the kid. Randall's villainous breakdown is prepares to drop Sully to his death. Alright. Randall Boggs, his allies, Origin, Monsters Inc., Allies, Mike Wazowski, and Monsters University before he ended his friendship with him. Jeff Fungus, the person he treated like shit. Water News, of course. And Johnny Warburton, yeah. Johnny Warburton is from the Monsters University movie, and he did become a villain later on, so yeah. Power skills, wall crawling, camouflage, invisibility, imitation, intelligence, knowledge, speed, hand-to-hand, combat skills, manipulation, agility, high intelligence, cunning, charisma, and thievery. Okay. More Event Horizon, creating the screaming statue to forcibly... I thought Water News did that. I thought Water News was the one who created that, or maybe he just encouraged it to be there. Okay. But yeah, creating a screaming statue to forcibly and painfully suck screams and aims and energy on our children, and tempering to torture Mike and later Boo with it. And he did do that to Boo. He intended to do that to Boo, but Boo was just child abuse, so yeah. Kill count, thousands attempted. Alright. His worst crimes are attempted mass murder, attempted homicide, attempted mass torture, unlawful experimentation, and child abuse. Yeah. Type of villain, envious rifle. Now, envious means you're jealous of something. Yeah, that's what envious is. But yeah, Randall Boggs, he's a great villain, and I do agree that he definitely does get a lot of good praise, and I do agree with that. He is a great villain, and I do understand why he's a good villain, because he is, yeah. But now, let's go to another one. Let's look at Syndrome from The Incredibles next. Now, I'm not a big fan of The Incredibles movie. I mean, unlike Toy Story 3, well, there are some things in Toy Story 3 that I do understand, but Incredibles, I do understand more why that movie does get a lot of praise, but I'm not a big fan of that movie either. I used to hate it for ridiculous reasons, but now I do think it's an alright movie. But Syndrome, okay, I'm much more of a Titans from Megamind guy. I do like him more, but I do get why many people do like Syndrome as a villain. Like, yeah, I do get why they do like him. Like, he is a really threatening guy. Like, let's think about it. Like, in the movie, he nearly tortured Mr. Incredible to death with electrocuting him so badly, and I'm almost out of the soda. But moving on. And yeah, he get tortured Mr. Incredible in that movie, and not only that, yeah, he did plan to kill all supers with the plan of them being super, which is, yeah. Let's read his quotes. Sure, it was difficult, but you are worth it. I mean, after all, I am your biggest fan. Syndrome's most famous quote as he reveals his true identity to his former idol, Mr. Incredible. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna have to get a new... Hold on. I'm gonna have to get two more drinks so I can keep my speech going good. So I'll be right back. Back. Sorry about that. I just had to get two more drinks to keep my speech going good. I know I could have just paused recording, but I'm using OBS, so I can't really pause when I'm using OBS, but I'm back and I'm ready to look at more Syndrome stuff. Got it. So now, let's read a second quote. By the way, if you want to know what I'm drinking, it's Izzy. It's this type of fruit soda that kind of keeps it healthy, even though it has sugar. But let's read the second quote. I'll give him heroics. I'll give him the most spectacular heroics anyone ever seen. And when I'm old, and then when I have my fun, I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And then when everyone's super, no one will be. Syndrome explains ultimate goal to render the supers especially worthless. Yep. All I wanted was to help you. I only wanted to help. And what did you say to me? And then Mr. Incredible says, fly him home, buddy. I work alone. It tore me apart. But I learned an important lesson. You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes. Yep, that's what he said after Mr. Incredible betrayed him. Well, he didn't really betray him. He just didn't want him by his side, and that caused him to freak out and go insane, so yeah. Alright, his full name is Buddy Pine, Alice's Syndrome, Incredible Eye, and all that stuff. Origin of the Incredibles, Allies, Mr. Incredible one side on Buddy's side, Mirage, Armor Droids and Security Guards. Powers and skills, genius level intelligence, technological genius, immense wealth and resources, and control of the Armor Droids, rocket boots, telekinesis, and bombs. More Event Horizon. Luring over a dozen superheroes to his lair and killing them by having them fight by him as Armor Droids, and shooting his missiles at Elastigirl's plane with her children on board. That is pretty fucked up. Kill count, dozens, and at least thousands endangered. Worst crimes, serial murder, endangerment, torture, attempted cultural genocide, and what else? Terrorism, crimes against humanity, and kidnapping. Kidnapping. He did kidnap Jack in the movie, so yeah. Type of villain, egotistical, super villain. Yeah, definitely. Alright, now now we got Syndrome out of the way, let's look at another cool villain that I like. Willy Weasel from... Oh yeah, this is a funny one, but I'm not gonna look at that. Yeah, Willy Wonka from the Avocado Man from animation thing, that infamous video. Yeah, that was a pretty funny addition to this wiki. But let's look at Willy Weasel from Willy's Wonderland. Oh yeah. Hey kids, you know what time it is? It's birthday time! His catchphrase, you lol. He was possessed by Jerry Robert Wills. Yeah. Full name, Jerry Robert Wills, Willy Weasel analysis, Willy Weasel, William Boss, Origin, Willy's Wonderland, Allies, Tito Turtle, Cammy, Gus, Siren Sarah, Ozzy Ostrich, 99, Art Alligator, and L. Lewis Lunt, I don't know who that is. Power skills, brute strength, stealth, sharp claws, leadership, and manipulation. More of an horizon, killing children, ugh, that's disgusting. Leaving Will's Wonderland to eat and kill innocent people, yeah, that's very fine, I really want to do that. Kill count, dozens. Worst crimes, serial murder, including child murder, that's fucked up. Cannibalism and mutilation. Yeah, that's definitely fucked up for a villain like him, but hey, he is a villain. He is pure evil villain, so of course he's gonna do that stuff. Type of villain, artificially intelligent, serial killer. Oh my goodness. So yeah, even if Willy did that stuff, he's still a good villain though. He is one of my favorite villains of all time. Alright, so what am I gonna look at next? What villain are we gonna look at next? Oh yeah, let's look at Starscream from Transformers. Let's go to the... Yeah, Transformers Prime, yeah. Yeah. So, Starscream and Transformers Prime, yeah, he is one of my favorite villains as well. He is voiced by the same voice actor who voiced Nar S in Link on the Sword of Light, which is one of my favorite villains and one of my favorite cartoons, but Starscream is also great as well. Like, not only was he not loyal to Megatron, he pretended to, but he wasn't actually loyal to him, but he did do some bad stuff as well, because, well, he's a villain, of course. Let's use this quote. Oh, hail Starscream! Starscream taking leadership of the Decepticons. Yep. We assume that we will be the ones that perform to the dead. And if the Predators wait to discover to say the Autobots were responsible for wiping out his comrades, our resident beasts may turn and destroy our hatred enemies for us, or they him. Starscream putting his own spin to Megatron's orders to annihilate Shockwave's personal clones. Okay. Starscream, Lord Starscream, Commander Starscream, Emperor of Destruction, and self-proclaimed. Transformers Prime, great show by the way. Allies, Megatron, Soundwave, Knockout, Breakdown, Archer Bob, and... Yeah, Celeste, yeah, that's how you say it, Celeste. Power / skills, combat proficiently, swordsmanship, missiles, transforming into a fighter jet, and cunning. More of an horizon is killing cliff jumper in cold blood. Sorry if I'm drinking too much fruit soda, but it's just I had to get my speech organized so I don't sound like shit. But yeah. Just almost permanently destroying Bubbles, Beast, T-Cod, tricking the Autobots into killing all of the Predator clones, and a lot of stuff. He did do a lot of bad stuff in the more of an horizon thing. Oh my goodness. Kill count, dozens directly, hundreds indirectly, billions attempted. Worst crimes, attempted genocide, mass murder, slavery, torture, attempted Galactoid conquest. Yeah. And type of villain, power, hungry traitor. Because, like I said before, he did betray Megatron, but he's not truly loyal to him. So, yeah. Alright, so who are we going to look at next? Let me try to think. Oh yeah, I know another good one. Red from NES Godzilla creepypasta. Yes. Red from NES Godzilla creepypasta. He's another great one, and I really love this guy. Not only his design, but it's also his personality as well. Yep. So, NES Godzilla creepypasta is currently my favorite creepypasta of all time. I do like to listen to it very much, and it's pretty good creepypasta. It's better than most creepypastas I read, which end up being trash, but that's a pretty good creepypasta. That was a really great creepypasta indeed. So let's read this quote, because it's just a narrator describing who he is, but let's read this in his voice. You can't win, Zachary. I've known you for a long time. I'll tell you a secret. I killed Melissa. Send your last monster. I will end your future struggle. Red to Zachary upon killing all of Zachary's monsters, including Godzilla and Acacius. Full name Red, the Hell Beast, the Spider Beast, the Red Monster, Godzilla, and Thing. Origin, NES Godzilla creepypasta, favorite creepypasta ever. Allies, King Ghidorah, Destroyer, and the Not Monsters. Oh, there's that as well. Lol. Power skill, shape shifting, power velocity, reality warping, and a lot of stuff. Physical demonic abilities, physical, mental, and experimental disorder medicines. Spine skills, strong superhuman abilities, flight, and supreme intelligence. More of an horizon, causing Melissa to commit suicide and physically and psychologically torturing Zack. Oh my god. Kill count, hundreds, heavily implied, one caused. Worst crimes, collecting souls, murder, tortured, and forced suicide. Type of villain, satanic, dark form. Yep, that's basically who he is. He's a satanic, dark form, indeed. Sorry about that. Alright, bro, let's look at his other forms. That looks good. That looks good, and that looks really good and terrifying too. So yeah, that's Red from NES Godzilla. Alright, so oh yeah, let's look at this guy next. The Darkness from Skylanders. Oh yeah. I love the Skylanders game, so I can definitely see this guy being a great villain. And yeah, he is a great villain, by the way. He's one of my favorite villains. He's definitely a good, or god of dark, not really a god, but a creature being of darkness, and that's cool. Really cool. Let's read his quote. All shall fear and obey me. I am the darkness. That's the Darkness's line. Overarching antagonist of Skylanders, with the Chaos being the main one. Full name: The Darkness. Darkness, Mr. Darkness, stored by Glumshank, matched by Chaos. Origin: Skylanders Spiral Adventure. I'll drink this one next. Have a lot of fruit sodas next to me, so I don't lose my speech. Allies: Bell Punch, the Dark Forces, Dark Pull Master, and Light Shading. Chaos. Yeah, Chaos is great as well. He's a great villain as well. Power/skills, vast dark powers, immortality, and crippling and force. More of an horizon, destroying Boomjet's home village, causing the slaughter of every Ooga warrior except Voodoo, and attempting to destroy the Skylands. Yeah. Kill count, countless nearly, worst crimes, 9 homicide, genocide, corrupting reality, mass destruction, mass murder, animal cruelty, blackmail, abuse, and attempted universal conquest. Type of villain, cataclysmic, dark form. Now, cataclysmic is a person who nearly ends the whole entire world, even the universe. That's what cataclysmic means. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's the Darkness. That's a cool looking farm for a villain indeed. So now, for our next villain, let's look at this other cool guy. Sir Benedict Cumbersnatch from Sunset Paradise. He's a great villain. Even though he's in my honorable mentions, he's still a really great villain. He's one of my favorite villains of all time, and he's definitely a really not really adore, because he's not adorable, but I do like him. I adore him as a character villain, and all that stuff. But yeah, he's a great villain and all that stuff. Egg, Screen, and True Form. Sunset Paradise is a really great show, and I do recommend you watch it. Now let's read this quote. Now, yeah, as one leader to another, let me give you some good leadership advice. Good leadership is all about providing strong motivation. Here's an example. If you boys don't kill that deputy, I will kill you. See? You feel more motivated, right? Hands raining his spud butts, so you'll kill him or he will murder them instead. You want pain? Because I got a lot to share with you. You idiotic, aggravated, innocent, insignificant children! Villains break down as our areas provided in Phoenix like hatches. Yep, he's a great villain. I can see why he's pitiable, because he does the messed up stuff, and especially killing Ari Bori and all that stuff. Benedict Cumbersnatch, that's one Harbour Cryball's mysterious voice. Sunset Paradise, again, great series. Allies, Whisk, Spudbuds, Goonies, and the Funky Force, all minions. Power skills, leadership, manipulation, and intimidation, high intelligence, resources, charisma. More of an Horizon, killing Ulrich's Bori, using the town children as battering rams to breach the Phoenix State's lighthouse barrier. Temporarily killing Ari Bori, attempting to steal the Phoenix State even though it could cause the decline of Port Aurora, and yeah. Kill count, 2 confirmed, 1 indirectly, dozens heavily implied, thousands of millions endangered. Wars crimes, attempted genocide, mass murder, corpse destruction, attempted mass destruction, abuse, usurpation, and child abuse. Type of villain, power hungry, crime lord. Yep. He is a crime lord, and he is power hungry, and that definitely describes him very well. So that's Benedict Cumbersnatch, a great hardboiled crime boss. Get it? Because he's a hardboiled crime boss, because he's an egg. But yeah. Let's look at one of my favorite Disney villains, which is... Scar from The Lion King. Scar's a great villain, too. Even though he did kill Mufasa, he's still a great villain. Alright, so I didn't know his real name was Ascari, but okay. Full name, Mortal, Ghost, Young, Stage Play, yeah. Full name, Ascari, Scar, Uncle Scar, King Scar, Sire, Boss, Legend, Murderer by Simba. Origin, The Lion King. 1994. Allies, Heine Clan, and all that stuff. That's too much for me to count. Powers and skills, War of the Elders, and all that stuff I can't count either. Let's look at his more of an Horizon. Using the War of the Elders to kill his comrades who didn't want to help him conquer Pride Rock. And of course, killing his brother Mufasa to become the next king of the Pride Land. So in that, yeah. Just like Watso, leaving the toy to die, Scar killing Mufasa in cold blood is also a really fucked up move for him to do. And that's what makes him so infamous at times. Trying to trick Keon into activating a volcano to destroy the Pride Lands. Yep. Okay. Kill count 8. Thousands implied. He has a lot of worse crimes. Yeah, that might be. Let's read them anyway. Mass murder, arson, psychological abuse, terrorism, attempted rape, which is illegal scene only, thank God, because that's fucked up. Fratricide, regicide, usurpation, high treason, starvation, abuse of power, enslavement, and incident implicide. Type of villain, manipulative, usurper. Yep. Usurper is like a tyrant, but it's a person that takes control of the island completely and not just rule it entirely. It just takes control of it. But yeah, that's what Scar pretty much is. Alright, so next villain. Oh yeah, let's look at Dr. James Sheridan from Metarunner. Yes, Metarunner is a great show as well. I haven't watched the full series of that yet, but I might soon. But even if I haven't watched the series yet, I still do think that Dr. James Sheridan is a great villain. Like, just look at him. Like, he looks threatening in that style, man. Let's read this quote. Oh, getting into Metarunner arms is easy if you know what you're doing. As for who I am, well, I have gone a few names analysis recently, but for you, my dear, you can call me Sheridan. Yep. Get off me! I am supposed to win. None of you stupid, brain-dead, weakless-minded idiots are going to destroy my leg ever again! That's the villain's breakdown. Full name, James Sheridan, Dr. Sheridan, annoying neighbor, Sheridan and Doctor, origin Metarunner, allies, powers and skills, goals. Alright. Moral Event Horizon. Hacking monsters on to kill Luke, framing him in the process. Transform all Metarunners into a server and forcing them to kill each other over and over while their psychological bodies decayed. Kill count 1. Confirmed. Millions indirectly attempted. Right. Worst crimes. Murder by proxy, attempted genocide, cyber terrorism, psychological torture, cyber kidnapping, stalking, incarnation, assault, fraud, theft, and brainwashing, conspiracy, torture, treason, and crimes against humanity. Type of villain, psychotic mastermind. Yeah, because he's a scientist. Because he's like just like Professor Z, he's a scientist and a mastermind and does all that stuff for his own intelligent egotism. Yeah. Evan Kleinthor is here too, and she is one of my favorite villains as well, but I'm not really going to look at her, but she is great as well, so yeah. Alright, and for this next one, sorry about that, but for this next one, this might possibly be the most hilarious one ever, and I kid you not. Now, this isn't actually the original character, because that obviously wouldn't happen. But this character on this wiki is the funniest addition of all. And I kid you not, you are going to laugh real hard when you find out who's on this wiki. It's not the original character, but it's a clone of him. And do you want to know who it is? Let me search it up. Yep, I kid you not. Well, it's not the original character, but SpongeBob SquarePants from the Bikini Bottom Horror is on this wiki. God, now of course this isn't the original character, but still, this does not change the fact that this is SpongeBob we're talking about. Freaking SpongeBob! Now, let's read his quote. I'm going to do it in his actual voice. To rebuild my city, we need all the help we can get. Now it's time for healing, Sandy. Not for repairing all ruins, because when you pick out a scrap, all you get is bloody. You understand, don't you, Sandy? SpongeBob confronting Sandy after she discovered that he is the mastermind and cloned himself. Oh my god. Okay, but let's look at this other form real quick. Oh, that does look like a terrifying form, though. I kid you not. Allies, there's normal friends with the show. Power, skills, high intelligence, cooking skill, manipulation, shape-shifting, transformation, imitation, revocation, reforging, and brute strength. More Event Horizon. Undercooking a Krabby Patty on purpose to make Patrick go on a murderous rampage. I just can't stop laughing at this. This is too funny because SpongeBob we're talking about. And directly killing Mr. Krabs' plankton around to torture one's brutal massacre. Yep. Kill count, dozens, counts indirectly, worst crimes, mass murder, mass genocide, attempted genocide, death threats, worst cannibalism, usurpation, and fraud. Type of villain, egotistical mastermind. Now, the original SpongeBob not that at all. Like, the original SpongeBob is not full of himself, and he's not really not smart either. But this SpongeBob apparently is, which is hilarious because it's a SpongeBob. Yeah, this is too funny. But let's look at the more reasonable one. Who should we look at next? What else? What is it? Oh yeah, I know a good one. Dimentio from Super Paper Mario. Ah, yes. Good old Dimentio. Oh, yeah. I do mean old, alright, because he's from an old game and he's at a really old age, so... I am Count Bleck's Master of Dimension, the pleaser of crowds. I am Dimentio. Yep, that is him describing himself. Super Dimentio, pretty big-ass scary form. Now the Chaos Heart is mine. I will use it to destroy all ones and create perfect new ones. So, shall we get started? Now all I need is to become the king of all worlds. Dimentio becoming Super Dimentio. Yeah. He is a pretty evil Mario villain, even from a lighthearted Mario franchise. More than Bowser, of course. Full name, Dimentio, allows all that stuff. Origin, Super Paper Mario, one of the best Mario games of all time. Allies, Count Bleck, Mimi, Old Chunks, Natasha, Anastasia, and Mr. L. Powers and skills, black magic, teleportation, levitation, energy, position, invincibility, all that stuff. More Event Horizon. Seemingly killing Mario, Peach, Bowser, and Luigi by sending them to the underwear with sadistic glee. Manipulating everyone so he can destroy the entire multiverse and remake it in his own image. Betraying Count Bleck, using the Chaos Heart to wipe out all universes out of spite out of his defeat. Kill count incalculable later on done. Worst crimes, mass murder, terrorism, psychological abuse, mass homicide, attempted assassination, usurpation, and torture. Type of villain, cataclysmic magician. Yep. He destroyed the world, he's a magician, and all that stuff. Yep. Alright, so what should we look at now? I'm gonna go on my iPad and look at my Paleo Villains video and see who we can search up next. Alright, I can now see who we're gonna look at next. For our next villain, it's going to be Malefor from, not that one, but this one from The Legend of Spyro. I didn't know there was a scanner representing this one well, but okay. Okay. But back to this one. At long last, my guests have arrived. Please come in. Such determination to get here. It seems we share other qualities besides that of our color. Malefor, meaning Spyro. The Dark Master. Because, of course, due to him being a dragon, he has all his dragon skills. More of an horizon, slaughtering almost every living dragon, including the babies, which is fucked up indeed, and nearly destroying the planet. Kill count, likely millions. Worst crimes, abuse of power, treason, invasion, mass murder, kidnapping, war crimes, grand terrorism, malefic threats, psychological torture, mass suicide, genocide, enslavement, terrorism, accidental homicide, and psychological torture. Type of villain, cataclysmic dragon. Yep. He's a good villain indeed. And we have one more we're going to look at, then we're pretty much going to call it quit for this video. And I have one more good one to look at, and that is Chakal from The Book of Life. The Book of Life is a great movie. I really did enjoy much that movie. Sorry about that again. Like I was saying, I really like The Book of Life. It's a great movie to watch. And Chakal is a big ass guy who does do really crazy stuff. For his phrase, I hate bullfighters. Chakal the calls before killing him. Alright, Chakal, King of the Bandits, King Chakal, Book of Life, allies, Chakal, his army of bandits, power skills, gold, and all that stuff. More of an horizon, mechanically killing Captain McGilson and Carl Sanchez, attempting to destroy the town of San Engulf out of spite. Kill count, 2, countless attempted. Worst crimes, attempted publicide, murder, terrorism, war crimes, kidnapping, mass property damage. Type of villain, power hungry, barbarian. Yep, he's a good villain indeed. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys later. Peace out, everyone.